Okay, how are you all doing? This is a little video guitar lesson for how to play Tell Me What Is True Love by Bert Jansch. So I've provided a guitar tab for this and also some chord boxes and something else which I'll go into in a second. And this is a really beautiful song from 1971 on Bert's Rosemary Lane album. It's the opening track. What I like about this is that it's in standard tuning, no capo even, so it's kind of rare. A lot of the stuff that I play, and I suspect that you guys play, is often in a slightly altered tuning, or at least maybe with a capo on, so it's nice to have something where, I don't know, you might be around at a friend's house and you can just reach and grab a guitar, get it in tune and just play it. And so yeah, standard tuning, no capo. And I was learning this one because I was looking through an old edition of Acoustic Guitar magazine, and there was this great interview with Bert, and he was describing how he came up with this one after discovering this right hand classical guitar finger picking pattern. And as it happens, he didn't mention it in the interview, but as it happens, I'd taught this piece to a classical guitar student of mine, and the pattern comes from this Villa-Lobos Etude number 1. Just so happens that I could pinpoint what Bert was referring to. And so, yeah, this Villa-Lobos piece has this kind of right hand pattern all the way through, and it's exactly the same as in this Bert Jansch piece. So it's a great piece for just kind of focusing in on your right hand and doing something perhaps a bit different to what we would normally. If I break down the pattern, what we're doing is we're going thumb on the low E string to index on the D, thumb on the A string to index on the G, then thumb on the D string to middle finger on the B. Again, then dropping the thumb for a second, we're going index on the G string to ring finger on the high E. So we've got, and then coming back down, we're going middle on the B to ring on the high E, index on the G to middle on the B. So we've got, and then to finish off, we go thumb on the D, index on the G, thumb on the A, index on the D. Probably best off looking at the tab for this, but I'll play it and I'll say it again. So thumb, I, thumb, M, I, R, M, R, I, M, thumb, I, thumb, I. And it's worth spending time on that to get it sounding really smooth. If you got that, and you can practice that with any chord, like the Villa-Lobos tune starts with an E minor chord. So you can practice it with that. So this is a piece that you can really practice in two halves in terms of right hand and left hand, because the left hand is pretty tricky. So the first chord is this E minor add 9. So follow the chord boxes for this, but I've got my middle finger on 2nd fret A, little finger on 4th fret D, and first finger on 1st fret G. Then we've got this F sharp minor 11 over E. They're all weird chord names. Which is 3rd finger on 4th fret A, little finger on 4th fret D, first finger on 2nd fret G. Then when you change to the next chord, which is arguably the hardest one, leave your little finger in place, drop your 3rd finger down to 3rd fret A string, and then your 2nd finger goes to 2nd fret G, and your 1st finger goes to 1st fret B. And that's called an F sharp minor 7 flat 5 over E, or you could call that an F sharp minor half diminished over E. Crazy names, admittedly, so I won't linger too much on that, but let me play the intro. So we've got the E add 9, 2 bars of that, go into the F sharp minor 11, drop your 3rd finger down, return from the half diminished chord back to the E add 9, leave your little finger in place. Okay, I'll go through the whole, the main sequence with the singing as well. So it starts off the same. We've got the E minor add 9. No, sorry, E add 9. So it starts singing, tell me what is true love. Sharp minor. Up to this E sus4 to an E power chord, which you're then going to drop down 2 frets and add your middle finger to the low E string. To this A7 chord, back to the half diminished, back to the E major. Let me take it from the E5, the E power chord, and then getting to the B minor 11, you drop this same shape down 2 frets and add your middle finger to 7th fret low E. Again, then getting to the next chord is the hardest one because we have to take all our fingers off. We can't keep any kind of anchor fingers. So the next one, move your first finger down 1 fret to 4th fret A string, little finger goes to 7th fret on the D string, and third finger goes to 6th fret on the G string. So that's the A add 9 over E. Then when you're returning to the half diminished chord, the F sharp minor 7 flat 5, you bring your little finger down to 4th fret D string and then place the other fingers on, resolving back to the root chord, like so. Let me play through the verse sequence one more time. That essentially goes around 3 times with a little bit of a instrumental break where he just cycles around these. Then at the very end you would do a slow down, a row on the half diminished chord, and then do a classic Bert Jansch ending, playing 7th fret on the A string, the E note, and then bending the flat 5, 8th fret on the D string until it sounds like 9th fret. Like that. Okay, hopefully that covers everything. So you've got a tab for it, and I've written the fingering for the first bar as P, I, etc. So P, I, M, R, thumb, index, middle, ring. And then you've got the chord boxes for your left hand. And I've also supplied a tab of the Villa-Lobos tune if you fancy having a go at that. Let me see what I can remember. It starts off as an E minor. What happens after that? I've completely forgotten. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that one myself. So yeah, have some fun with that. It's all about the right hand fingering and learning some cool chord shapes. And yeah, have fun with it, guys. And hope you find it of interest. Cheers.